What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Yana Samaria, and I am back with another banger, y'all. I am here with a very special guest, and when I say special, y'all, I mean just that. I am here with who I know as Smiley, but you guys may know as Theo.
Hey everybody.
Today we are going to definitely dive into a lot of things, but the main topic of today is life in our 20s. I don't know if you guys know, but I am 26, turning 27 in August, so you already know I'm a Leo, August baby. And Smiley here is...
I'm 28, I'll be 29, July 16th, I'm a Cancer, we're currently in Cancer
We got a birthday coming up.
You know. I'll be 25, sipping my 20 wine.
Oh, we're gonna break that down. I like that. Okay, so we are going to talk. He's gonna be 29, I'm gonna be 27. So we have done a lot in our 20s. We've accomplished a lot. We've had a lot of setbacks for major comebacks. We've had a lot of things going on in our 20s. So we're definitely gonna tap into love, family, all kind of stuff. Child, if you are turning 20, this video hopefully can show you what to expect in your 20s. Yeah, if you are over the age of 20, you're like, child, I done been there, done that. Maybe you can look back and be like, you know what, I remember that though, y'all was wilding. Yeah. And if you are our age, you can definitely relate to the struggle, because it's kind of ghetto out here. I don't know.
20s are a little ghetto.
It's a little ghetto, so we're gonna go ahead and dive into it. I like a little ghetto. We're from Jacksonville.
Hey.
I don't know if you all counting in the house, but we're from Jacksonville.
You know, Ken Knight Drive to be exact.
Period. 45th, we out that. Come on now. Okay. University?
Okay.
We can do the rundown, but I ain't do the roll call today. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get right on into it. Alright, y'all, so I got my wine. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I might take the jacket off. It's a little hot, okay? These lights, it's a little hot. But anywho, we're gonna talk about life in our 20s. So we can't talk about 20s without really diving into when we first turned 20. Like 20, 21, 22. Everybody knows 21 is a big year. Like 21, that's the year you can drink. And I don't know, I'm not, well, back then I was a drink. But we gonna get there. But 20, 21, 22, 23, we can capture that right there. Let's start there. The expectations of the 20s when we were 19, 18, get ready to go to college. If we went to college, did we go to college? Where did we go? Let's talk about that.
What did you do for your 21st birthday?
Y'all so drunk, I don't even remember. All I know is that I was drunk. I went to a Boosie concert. I will never forget, y'all. I love Boosie. And me, Nicole, my cousin.
Shout out to Nicole.
What? Shout out to my bestie child. They came to Tallahassee because I went to FAMU. Shout out to the best HBCU on the planet. Okay.
Shout out to HBCU, yes. However, the best HBCU is the Tennessee State University.
Yeah, the disrespect.
The illustrious Tennessee State University.
And then he keeps going.
Okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm sorry.
The disrespect.
But no, so your 21st birthday, you went to
Yes, we went to a Boosie concert, and they betted on me being the drunkest and that I was gonna pass out. Child, my cousin, her friend, they passed out in the bathroom. Child, me, Nicole, and my other cousin was the last three standing, because I wasn't missing Boosie. If y'all know, I'm not missing, no. I was in that thing.
One thing about us Nicholsons, my cousin, Nicole is her best friend, my cousin. One thing about us Nicholsons, we can drink. So, Hog Nicholsons.
My dog still is strong.
I already know. But that's a good 21st birthday. My 21st birthday, I was saved. Like super saved. Not that you weren't saved, because you still.
I'm not saved. We gonna get into that too. Don't do this on camera.
Okay, look at that. So, so your 21st birthday, you was lit. My 21st birthday, I was super conservative saved. So like, in college, I would say around the end of my sophomore year, I gave my life to Christ again. So like my finishing years of college, I was all about like church, Jesus.
And shout out to God.
I'm still about Jesus. Yeah.
Right, shout out to God, because we love God.
But I was like strict into it, no anything. So I think my 21st birthday, I was at a camp. I was a camp counselor. Yeah. I was at a Christian camp. Yeah. I was working on my birthday. I didn't do any drinking.
Give it back to the community.
But I still had a great time. Yeah. I think after it was over, I like went swing dancing and stuff. It was fun.
Oh y'all, he had a conservative 21st birthday. Meanwhile, I was trying to swing off a pole. I don't know what was going on.
So your early 20s, would you say early 20s are like, that's the time to be wild? That's the time to like...
Contrary hard to believe. I was wild before my 20s, like 16, 17, 18.
You're 40.
Time of my life. We had a time last night. That was me every morning. We had a time last night. But when I got into, because I graduated when I was 17. Okay. So when I went to college right after that. So once I was like 20, 21, I was already in college. I done drunk. I was already partying. So it wasn't nothing like new. It was kind of like I'm kind of getting over it.
Yeah.
Or no, I don't know.
Okay. I would say I was a partier like 19, 18 when I first got to college. And then by the time I turned 20, 21, I had calmed down. So, okay, cool.
I was a workaholic, really. I was really at work. And then I was on the dance team, so I really didn't have time to really, but I found time to slip in some type of alcohol.
Hey,
I was young.
Listen, early 20s, I feel like, especially on the college campus, not everyone wants to go to college after graduation. I understand that. Sometimes college can be a scam. You come out with student loans and no job.
Me.
But, okay.
I do got student loans, but I got a job now.
Okay, yeah. One time I do, but just people, I felt like that. I came out of, my first job out of college, that's something they don't tell you about your 20s. You expect this glamour. I thought after I got a degree, I get money. No, it wasn't like that. After I graduated, I was working as a bank teller. So you don't need a degree to do that. Even though I was happy to do it, I did at a black-owned bank, one of the few. It was amazing. Ran by a black woman. It was amazing.
Ooh, sexy.
I loved it. It was a great experience.
I love Big Sexy. What's up, Big Sexy? Ooh, love that for her.
Listen, that was my early 20s though. I was so worried about the future, and I was like trying to.
That's the thing, y'all. If you're 18, 19, 20, take this advice. If I give you some advice, this is what I would say. 20s is not for you to have your life figured out. That is not it. 20s is not for you to get married and start. If you have that room, if you have the capacity, baby, do your thing. Yeah. But for the most part, we still trying to figure this thing out.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure it out. It is a daily thing. I think 30s is when you really like you're living your dream. You're living into what you've been sowing your whole 20s. 20s is about sowing. It's about working.
I see 30s from a distance and she cute.
She fine. My sexy.
I see 30s is gonna be what I thought my 20s should have been.
Yeah. And think about it. I seen this thing on Instagram. Was it on Instagram? It was on social media where they were like, when you're in, I didn't think about it this way. When I was in high school, I basically just got into adulthood, right? So now that I'm 25, I'm basically only 5 years old in adult life. So before I was 20, I was a child. Yeah. So now that I'm an adult, I still only have 5 years in the game. I still have more time to go. You still have more time to learn, more things to, expound on. So don't put too much pressure on you being 21, 22, and I gotta have it. Because social media plays a big part.
That is true. That's very true. Especially for the younger generation. I feel like the us 90s babies, we got a little bit of like pre-social media, pre-internet, and then also like post.
Yeah.
Growing up in it, where social media is all you've known, I think there is a difference. So for those younger 20s, I would definitely emphasize like, pay attention to the real world. See social media is great. It's an awesome tool, all that stuff. But like also just be careful. Because the stuff that I posted back in my 20s, even then I was cautious when it was early on.
Well, scratchy.
You know how like some celebrities have to go back and delete tweets and say stuff that they said.
I ain't doing all that.
Yeah, I didn't say crazy stuff then. I feel like even then I was aware, like I'm not gonna go on here and talk about my job, knowing that my job could potentially look. I just.
See y'all, he was safe. Me on the other hand, I was.
You was cutting people out on Facebook?
What? I had a whole. Y'all know them. Y'all know them people who be on Instagram, like their job is, their social media presence is to talk noise. That's when I used to curse. Now a curse word might slip once or twice, but the Lord knows my heart. But back then is when I used to curse like a sailor, okay? And so I used to get on Instagram and dog people out. Cause I'm from Jacksonville, so we rank in Jacksonville. So I used to be on, you mother, like, y'all, one time, I stopped cussing in my 20s. That's one thing I started doing because.
What age?
Was it 25? Maybe
okay,
25?
So we're maturing. 25.
We're 20. I think I'm 24, 25 is when I stopped cursing because I came across a video. Y'all know Snapchat keep all the dirt. They keep all the secrets, all the old videos. So old video popped up. Old video popped up and I just pressed play and I had my headphones in. All you heard was boo, 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 and beat and boo. And I was just like, who is this heifer? And I looked and I said, that is me. Oh no, after that I stopped cussing. I said, baby, you sound like a grown man. Okay. You sound like a grown man on a cigarette. That's ridiculous.
Okay. I think I got less saved as my 20s went on. So we're talking mid-20s, technically. It's, all right, let me stop saying saved, because that's just how I talk, but that doesn't mean that. Once you give your life to Christ, that your relationship with God is your relationship with God. So let me...
Emphasis on your relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let me back it up from that. I went from being less, like, rule follower, all of that, to like, okay, God, I love you, but like, I feel like I'm just following rules, I'm not being myself. So I started being myself. Around the age of 24 is when I started exploring my sexuality. That's when
Let's
I really...
talk about that. We're gonna dive into that, okay?
Hey, that's a whole other video. But I would say late 20s when I started giving less of a...
Go ahead and say it. Less of a freak. I'm not gonna say, but you know, less of a less of a freak. Y'all know what he mean. Okay, y'all know what he mean.
I just started really just focusing on myself and what I wanted, but also being like, God, I love you, but this is me. Instead of loving you as like who I'm supposed to be, like embracing all, I just started embracing all myself mid-20s. So 24, 25, I think I came out, I was 20,
Came out as
fluid. Yeah. I don't really have a label, but fluid is what I learned.
And for the people who don't know, what fluid is, can you tell them?
I would say fluid is closer to bisexual.
Okay.
For me. There's bisexual, there's pansexual, there's all the sexuals. I landed on fluid. For me, it's like, okay, if I like you, I like you. And how I'm feeling today is not how I felt at 19. It's not how I felt at 20. It changes. It allows me to like grow. It allows me to like regress. Is that a right word? I'm trying to say good words so I'm on camera now.
Baby. Y'all know we on camera, but baby, we ain't bougie. It is what it is.
Anyway, I just basically allow myself room and space to be me. That's fluid. Versus saying I am bi or I am gay or I am straight. Just fluid. Fluid works for me.
Love that. And
so yeah, I figured that out mid-20s. Mid-20s was, I feel like early 20s I cared everything about, like, I cared a lot about other people's opinions. Mid-20s I still care now, but I'm not driven by it. So I would say that for 20s for sure is more less self-doubt and more.
See, y'all, we are opposite.
Okay.
Because when he first started, he was touching on how he was saying, very like, conservative, I would say. Me, I was wild, but okay? I was wild. I did what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. But I think when I turned 25 was when there was like a complete, like, abrupt stop to a lot. It's like I woke up or something. Like, I don't know. I stopped going to the club. I stopped cursing. I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking as much. Wait a minute. I stopped drinking as much. Okay, and I don't drink liquor. I don't like drinking liquor anymore. I'll drink wine. Cheers to that. But I became more spiritual, whereas he came off as spiritual. I was not worried. I knew God. I love God. That was my bestie, but I wasn't really worried about him at the time. But when I turned 25, a lot of things happened. A lot of heartbreak. A lot of things happened to make me be like, okay, I don't like the way this life is going. So I need to talk to the only person that knows what I need to be doing. And that's when I began to build my spirituality with God. And I think 25 turning to 26 is when I said I was not a Christian anymore. So that's a big life change because people are like, and he swears on stage. Okay, especially
in the black community, it is.
Swear on stage, y'all.
In the South,
we be going back and forth. I ain't saying.
Here's the thing. Amen. We can scratch this if we want to, but I'm going to go ahead and say this.
We're going to keep this in there.
She doesn't like to identify with a Christian because she feels like it comes with a pedestal. However, she agrees with all the things Christianity.
No, I do not.
Not that you agree. This is what I'm saying. You agree with that Jesus Christ died on the sin on the cross for your sin.
My brother.
You believe in Jesus Christ being the Son of God, the child of God.
He's God's son. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say
she's
a Christian. A Christian isn't. Christianity in 20s, I'll say that, or just religion in 20s. That's something that I feel like you can go through it's a journey through in your 20s, because high school or teenager on down, it really is affected by your parents' spirituality or your parents' relationship with religion.
Yes.
Versus when you get to college, there's nobody to tell you, oh, get up, we're going to church, get
You
up,
do
get
it
dressed.
on your own. That's
And
the real
so,
test.
yes. So while I got less religious, I don't think I got, I guess I did get less spiritual as well, because I wasn't practicing my spirituality as much. But now in my later 20s, I realized after that moment in brief history during that mid-20s where I kind of ventured away a little bit, I realized like, oh no matter what, I felt disqualified because of my sexuality. I thought, oh, I can't be around God. That's not the truth at all. I can still be close to God. Not because of me, but because of Jesus Christ. That's literally why I can't be. And I ain't going to preach, but...
See, I don't base
that's
my
it.
whole relationship
That's
around
it.
Jesus Christ. Christians do. They do. They really do think Jesus Christ is the Lord. Me,
Okay.
personally, I feel like Jesus Christ was a good part. Like, he was essential. God needed him to come down. And we're not trying to get religion on y'all, but this is another thing that people battle in your 20s. It's going to be about religion. So, I just feel like Jesus was God's son, and he had a mission to fulfill. And once that mission was complete, his job was done. I don't think that it is so, I don't pray to Jesus. I don't really like, he my brother. But I have a father that I think is just a little bit more important. But he's my brother though. And I feel like, I don't necessarily look at God as King of Kings, ruler of the universe, stuff like that, like Christians may do as much. I look at God as more so my dad, my father. Like, I take the pressure off, and I talk about it on my Instagram. I take the pressure off of the dynamics of because think about it, and I said this on my Instagram, and y'all can go check it out. Think about it. If you have a kingdom, a king and a kingdom, it's hard for you to get to the king. You have to go through all the people that he designated to be in these position or appointed areas in order for you to get to the king. You can't just wash your behind in the king room and be like, hey, what's up? I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
And so when you look at God as king, always the big ruler of the universe, it gives you, it puts intimidation in there, I feel like, because it makes you feel like, I can't really get, that's why we got people going to church trying to look at the pastors and evangelists, because they don't feel like they have direct access. When you make him your father, that's you saying, I have direct access. I don't need you, baby. I can talk to God myself because he's my dad.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel, Charles. That's a little surface stuff.
Okay. Along with religion, I hear it all the time, religion versus relationship. So now I want to talk about relationship.
Okay. All right, y'all. So we've talked about life as 20. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. Alright, y'all, so we've talked about life in our 20s. We've talked about love. We've hit on religion, sexuality, anything that you think of, child, we probably hit it. And so now we've come to the point where we want to hear from you. If you are 20, if you're 19, 18, 32, it doesn't matter your age. Please drop in the comments your experience on being 20 if you have any advice you may give, any stories you want to share. We definitely want to build a community with you guys so that you can understand that we are here with you, baby. I'm only 27. He's about to be 29. We are at the end of our 20s, but we still got a lot more to go.
Calm it down.
Maybe I turned 27 at
She got so much 20s left.
And you know what's wrong,
I'm just saying.
Y'all, I gave him 29 because he about to turn 29. He
All
dogged me
I'm
for
saying
saying I'm
is,
27.
she gave y'all a great perspective on half of the 20s. I'm just saying, a little bit more seasoned, I was able to tell you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter though.
Yeah. Just know you will be seeing more of this lovely face and my lovely face right here in your living room, in your car, in your room, wherever you may be at. You will see us a lot more. So that wraps up this video. If you want to hear us talk about something else, maybe a part 2 to life in your 20s, any questions you have, please drop in the comments. We will definitely answer. It's your girl Yana and
Smiley
and
Theo.
no, we are out this thing.
Yes, follow me on Instagram.
I will link that all below. Follow us for sure. Oh, that rhymes. Bye, y'all.